Hello, DMG's Jim here. We're still reading through the 2024 Dungeon Master's Guide. We're chapter 6, Touring the Multiverse. I'm going to kind of do a twofer in this video because I'm not going to have a lot of comments outside of it. We're going to do the negative plane, and then we're going to scroll down and do the positive plane. And then a little bit of comments after that because they're linked. Let's just read. Chapter 6, Touring the Multiverse, the negative plane. Cupped like a bowl beneath the other planes, the negative plane is a source of necrotic energy that destroys the living and animates the undead. A lightless void without end, it is a needy, greedy plane sucking the life out of anything that is vulnerable. Heat, fire, and life itself are all drawn into the maw of this plane, which always hungers for more. To an observer, there's little to see on the negative plane. It's a dark, empty place, an eternal pit where a traveler can fall until the plane steals away all light and life. Merely entering the plane is comparable to the life-draining touch of a wraith, so only creatures that have immunity to necrotic damage can survive there for very long. In some locations on the negative plane, the intensity of the plane is so great that the negative energy folds in on itself, stabilizing into solid chunks of matter that devour light. These chunks, called void stones, are thought to be the source of a sphere of annihilation and similar magical effects. Anything that comes into contact with a void stone is destroyed in seconds. Negative plane adventures. An adventure on the negative plane is a face-to-face confrontation with annihilation, which is unlikely to end well for the adventurers. Even if their magic enables them to survive the environment on the plane, the experience tends to drain all the vitality, energy, and happiness from body and soul. The negative plane has all the apathy and despair of Hades and the Shadowfell combined and concentrated into an infinite expanse of non-being and uncreation. Let's pop down real quick to the positive plane. Like a dome above the other planes, the positive plane is the source of radiant energy and the raw life force that suffuses all living beings. Like the heart of a star, it's a continual furnace of creation, a domain of brilliance beyond the ability of mortal eyes to comprehend. It is a vibrant plane so alive that travelers are empowered by visiting it. The positive plane has no surface and is akin to the elemental plane of air with its wide open nature. However, every bit of this plane grows brightly with innate power. This power is dangerous to mortal forms which can't handle it for long. Only creatures that have the immunity to radiant damage can survive here. Positive plane adventures. Vibrant life, creative energy, and radiant health are the essential characteristics of the positive plane, though touching this fundamental energy can be just as dangerous as entering the soul-siphoning annihilation of the negative plane. Characters who survive an excursion into the positive plane often find that it leaves them with a lasting charge, making it hard to calm down, to stem the flow of ideas, and even to sleep. On the other hand, they also find themselves with a persistent resistance to disease and despair. That's it. We're reading the positive and the negatives together, number one, because they're both pretty short sections. They don't necessarily have a lot of play within the D&D multiverse. These are the energy sources, the things that spin the inner plane. So that's kind of the end of the reading. We will return on our next reading for the 9 hells. But real quickly, just so you can kind of understand how these work. The inner planes, the ethereal planes, the astral planes, they are not actually represented on this this artwork here, but the elemental, the positive energy plane sits above, the negative energy plane sits below. Positive energy is the energy of life, radiant energy, life itself. So much so that it's deadly to you. There's so much radiant energy that the positive energy will blow you up. No different than the negative energy plane will seep your will to live. The necrotic energy will suffuse your body, sucking all of your energy, all life, all vitality out of you, leaving you as a husk, probably an undead. The other way, there's so much life energy in the positive plane that a living being can't contain it. It goes beyond bounds, so much that it will even destroy you in creation of new life. Neither of these planes features heavily in adventures. Most of them are brief glimpses and stops. They're not supposed to be playable. Again, you have to be immune to necrotic damage to even go to the negative plane. You got to be immune to radiant damage to survive for moments on the positive plane. Think of them as exploratory. Think of them as information. What provides the source of life? The positive plane. Where does everything go when it dies? The negative plane. Entropy and creation forever countering each other around the inner planes that form the building blocks of the material world. That's kind of it. That's how you need to look at it. No more, no less. I know that doesn't feel very informative, but these are theoretical planes, not practical planes. They're certainly existing within the multiverse, but they're not something that are suited for adventures on their own. So understand how they work, understand that they're deadly to your players, and kind of move on. That's my little bit of advice for positive energy and negative energy planes. All right, thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. Appreciate you. We'll be back for a little bit more reading as we go, but that is our 2024 Dungeon Master's Guide, negative plane and positive planes. We'll be back for more soon. Thank you for hanging out. Likes, follows, subscribes are appreciated. Jump over on Twitch for live chats. We get into a lot of this stuff really deep on our discussions, so if you want to learn more, join us there. But above all, see you soon.